talk some trash.
Hey, what's good? What's good? It's your man D.U. It's your man D.U. And it's another episode, another day of talking trash. Yo, real talk, the sports world has been on fire. It's been on fire. Right? Like crazy. Lot of stuff going on. Trades. The NBA trade deadline is coming near. This tennis star running around with COVID, doing interviews. You got the NFL wild card games going on. Crazy, right? Crazy. But hold up. Before I get into all of that, right? I'm gonna get right into it with our merch store. Go check out our merch at Pulsar / Entertainment LLC .mybigcommerce.com. Pulsar Pulsar-Entertainment LLC .mybigcommerce.com. Get yourself one of these snapbacks. We got the flavors, we got all colors. Guys, go to our store. Get yourself some fly Pulsar gear. Get yourself some Cornerstone gear. All right? All right, let's get into it. Klay Thompson. He's back. Klay Thompson is back. First game back, 17 points. What I thought was great was that Draymond was hurt. And it's something that you can attest to, attest to their closeness. Like, he was hurt, but he wanted to be out on that court with Klay. He got out on the court, took a foul, and he sat down. He was like, yo, I gotta be out on that court with my man Klay. Gotta be out there on that court with my man Klay. Klay was out like almost 2 years. Hit the first shot of the game. Pull-up jumper. He got that geezer. Like, Klay can shoot. And he got a dunk in the game. But then later in the week, with Klay being back, Golden State, they got blown out. Right? Like quick fast. Baya. Right? Quick fast. Blown out. I was like, yo, there's going to be an adjustment period. Because Jordan Poole is not going to get the same amount of shots. Andrew Wiggins is not going to get the same amount of shots. Even Curry is going to have to share some of those shots. Right? So, because the second best jump shooter, the second best shooter in the league is back, and that's Klay Thompson. Klay's back, yes. And then also something that went on in the NBA, my beloved Knicks pulled off a really good trade. And that trade was for Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish is a New York Knickerbocker. Now, when the Knicks start changing around the front office, you know, when they brought in Leon Rose, I was like, the Dennis Smith Jr., the Frank Ntilikina experiment had to end. And then, unfortunately, it was like the Kevin Knox experiment has to end. And the Kevin Knox experiment ended last week. You could tell Kevin Knox, whenever he did get in the game, was not satisfied with being on the court, right? With just being on the court. He wasn't playing. I'm sure it was something he never, ever experienced in his basketball career. And I'm talking about from high school when he made the decision to play basketball instead of football, college, and then he gets to the pros, where his first year in the pros, he was lighting things up, right? He came through in the summer league and had a lot of us, and especially myself, thinking, yo, this guy is going to be it. He lit up the summer league. And we had Fizdale as the coach, right? And Fizdale just let him run, do his thing. Shoot shots, don't play any D. And Kevin Knox averaged almost 13 points a game in his rookie year. And then, second year, it dipped. 6 points, 4 points. Just took a terrible dip. Because there wasn't any intensity on defense. He couldn't keep anybody in front of him. And all he wanted to do was shoot, right? So the Knicks got rid of Dennis Smith Jr. That experiment was over. Then the Knicks got rid of Frank Ntilikina. Now the Dennis Smith Jr. experiment, once that was over, oh man, they got Derrick Rose. That was a steal. That was a steal. They got Derrick Rose. That was a steal. Then, I can't remember who they got once they traded Frank Ntilikina to Dallas. But in my opinion, as long as they got rid of Frank Ntilikina was a bust, right? Well, I knew he wasn't going to be that, but so good, because I respected the opinion of Fran Fraschilla. If you remember Fran Fraschilla was the coach of St. John's. Now Fran Fraschilla scouts all the like European players, you know, all the players from overseas. And he said that Frank Ntilikina wasn't going to be anything but I'm putting some sauce on it. Let me keep it a buck. He said Frank Ntilikina wasn't going to be anything but a backup. I was getting ready to say Frank Ntilikina wasn't going to be anything but a really good backup. He didn't say that. He said Frank Ntilikina wasn't going to be anything but a backup. And the Knicks fan base, as we like go crazy and we jump out the window with stuff, we thought Frank Ntilikina was going to be the second coming of Magic Johnson. We thought Frank Ntilikina was going to be Michael Ray Richardson, right? My God, if he would have been Michael Ray Richardson, he'd have been a superstar, right? Michael Ray Richardson minus the cocaine. No, again, let me keep it a buck. Michael Ray Richardson minus the crack. He would have been, Frank Ntilikina would have been a superstar. Now, we get rid of Kevin Knox. We get a second rounder, and we gave away a first round pick, but it's protected, and it's protected up until 18. It's the Charlotte first round pick. Charlotte is going to be in the playoffs. So we might get lucky and still have that first round pick if it's past 18. Of course, it's 19, 20, 21. We still got our first round pick, right? And we picked up Solomon Hill, Solomon Hill to me, gritty, tough player. Not going to give you a lot of points, give you defense. I think is a Tibbs type of player, but Solomon Hill is hurt. He's out for the season. I don't think Solomon Hill is going to make this team. So we get Cam Reddish, 6'8", can put the ball on the floor. Got a shot, outside shot. While Trae Young was out, he was starting. He was averaging 18 points a game. 18 points a game. His overall average is almost 12. It's 12. 11.9. Let me round it off to 12. Right? Cavs was like 4. Kevin Knox, that is. We got somebody that is going to give us at least 12 points a game off the bench compared to Kevin Knox, who was giving us 4. Now, Derrick Rose is hurt. Kemba is hurt. So he's going to slide in with some minutes. But somebody's going to lose minutes. Is it Grimes? No way. Grimes is not losing minutes. Is it Obi Toppin? Obi Toppin is losing minutes. Yes. You know IQ's not losing any minutes. IQ is solidifying himself in that roster. Combo guard. He can either play the point or he can play a shooting guard. IQ solidified. The minutes that's going to be lost is going to be between Obi and Grimes. Grimes is not losing minutes. Grimes gets off the bench now before Obi Toppin. We got a 6'8". Think about it. We got a 6'8" wingman who can play the small, who can play the shooting. He plays the shooting guard, has everybody at a disadvantage. And he can put the ball on the floor. That kid Edwards out of Minnesota said Cam Reddish was the toughest player he ever had to guard. Was the toughest player he ever had to guard. So everybody knows how Cam Reddish gives it up within his class. Now he has to come to New York. He's here in New York, and he's got to prove his worth. And he's going to play. So, Kevin Knox, I just want to say thank you for your limited service. I'm mad that I fell into the hype and bought your Nick jersey from the NBA store. I thought you were going to be that guy. I thought Kevin Knox was going to be that guy. Highly disappointed. I wish him the best. But now we here with Cam Reddish. On to the rest. Right? On to the rest. On to the next. Yo, listen. But so now, what experiment is over? Yo, we got the talking trash chat group on Facebook, and it seems like the next experiment to be over is the Obi Toppin experiment. It's the Obi Toppin experiment. We love Obi. The New Yorkers love Obi. Obi's a hometown kid. His dad is a street ball legend, right? Dad's a street ball legend. I think the experiment is about to be over. The trading deadline is like February 10th. I think, yeah, it's like the second week in February is over. If you ask me, I've been hearing some stuff in the air about Halliburton, about Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, by the way, I wasn't too hot on him. I liked him at Villanova, but I've been watching him these past couple of games, and I like Jalen Brunson. You know? Who would I rather have? I would rather have Halliburton. But I like Jalen Brunson if it comes down to it. He's making $1.8 million, which fits right into what Obi's making. Matter of fact, Obi's making a little more. But I think there's going to be a trade that's going to include Kemba, I'm sorry to say, and Obi Toppin. Kemba and Obi Toppin. I would love to hear your thoughts in the chat or in the comments on YouTube once you see this. Kemba or Obi Toppin. But hey, I'm just going to say welcome, Cam Reddish. You know, welcome to New York. You left one dope city and came to another dope one. Same thing with Knox. Like, yo, it ain't like you got traded and you got traded to Minnesota where it's like minus 55, right? Cats left Atlanta, came to New York, left New York, went to Atlanta, right? But hey, Cam Reddish, I love the trade. Glad he's here. Now, hey, it was a wild football Sunday, right? Wild football Sunday. Or was it really wild? Had the Bengals against the Raiders. Bengals against the Raiders. What was the score? Yeah, the Bengals beat the Raiders 26-19. 26-19. Look, I got respect for Carr. But Burrows, you know, the quarterback that looks like Macaulay Culkin. Look, Burrows is that guy. Burrows is that guy. Him and that receiver, what? Jamar Chase, right? Jamar, yo, we're going to see them for years to come. Watch out for the Cincinnati Bengals. This is not your Boomer Esiason Cincinnati Bengals. Hey, Ohio, you have another sports star to cherish besides LeBron James. Ohio, Jeff Burrows, a.k.a. Macaulay Culkin. He would be Macaulay Culkin's little brother, right? Yeah. Jeff Burrows, a.k.a. Macaulay Culkin's little brother. Yo, he's the real deal. He's the real deal. I know the Raiders fans was upset at the whistle being blown. Saying, oh, we only lost by 7 by a play that should have been called dead. Hey, the ref made a mistake. That would have been a touchdown anyway. Raiders fans. And I like the Raiders. I like the Raiders, love the Giants. Don't get it twisted. I'll never turn my back on the Giants. But Raiders, you were going to lose. Period. There was going to be no beating Burrows. No chance at all at beating Burrows. I'm sorry. And that was a good NFL wild card football game. I appreciated that game. Now, I appreciated that game. There was a game that I didn't appreciate. And that game was the Bills beating the Pats 47-17. 47-17. You have to be kidding me. Can't be for real. No, let me make sure I got it right. Because this is bad. Yeah, 47-17. They beat them by 30. Josh Allen threw for 5 touchdowns. Are you kidding me? Is Josh Allen really that good? Is Josh Allen really that good? Somebody please tell me. That football in Buffalo was extremely cold. That whole field. Look, I'm thinking about that Buffalo field right now, and I'm catching chills. That whole field, oh my God, I'm catching chills as we talk. That whole field was covered with ice, like a layer of ice. Right? That whole field was a layer of ice. But Josh Allen threw for 5 touchdowns. I was watching the game, and I put in our Facebook group chat. It's 14-0 early, first quarter. Will Buffalo run away with this game? 14-0, like real quick. And they did run away with it. To the tune of 40, 47 points. To the tune of 47 points. Josh Allen was phenomenal, right? Mac Jones, hey, you had a great rookie season. Nothing to be embarrassed about. You just got taught a rookie lesson. You got taken out behind the shed and you got whipped. You got whipped. You got dirt thrown on top of you. You got beat with a switch. And somebody hit you with like a whole bunch of little rocks. The New England Pats got their butt kicked. They got their butt kicked. Belichick says he wants to coach again. He's going to be 70 years old. Yo, Belichick. I don't know if Cam Jones is Tom Brady or not, but hey, it's time, bro. It's time. You're 69, you're going to be 70 in April. It's time. Great career. You may want another Super Bowl. You may want another one. But yo, you just got your rump kicked yesterday. In like 2-degree weather in Buffalo. Yo, I know you're tired of having a runny nose. I know your fingers was cold. I know your feet were cold. Yo, listen. Enjoy this money you made on your boat. I saw the boat, man. Got a really nice boat. And let somebody else coach that team. Because the New England Patriots and the Bill Belichick teams that I knew of would never have gotten beaten by the Buffalo Bills 47-17. Never. Never. All right? Yo, listen. This your man DU. Another Sunday. You know I'm checking out all those football games. All those football games, man. It's going to be fun. And then tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day. Paying respects to that day. Checking out those basketball games. And, yo, everybody enjoy themselves, man. And, again, it's your man DU. It's talking trash. I'm out.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, for Talking